Hello, boys and girls. My name is Yoshi. Welcome to the start of somewhat tricky section of the run. My name is Yoshi, and we are doing a true 100% run of Mario Kart World for the Switch 2, the launch title, that is. In the last video, I pretty much already showed you what happened. We finally finished off Knockout Tour for the first time. So far, pretty much all 50cc was easy, but yeah, that was just the warm-up. Now we get to do the real hard stuff. We're going to keep going in character order here, and I'm just going to go from left to right. That's going to make it a lot easier to figure out stuff. So, the Q is next on the list, and unfortunately, new cars keep showing up, so I keep getting confused. I think I might have picked the same track. You know, it'd be nice if there was like a thing that showed me which ones I've already driven, but thankfully I do at least somewhat remember which one I've driven. I think to make this easier, we're gonna do Locomo, then this one next. Though actually, no wait, I want to start with this. We're doing 100cc. It's gonna be pretty tough without it. So now we get to move up the difficulty. This is gonna be a big jump. Honestly, if you're used to doing 50cc, this is gonna be a rude awakening when you first play it. But then again, it is what it is. These are the same, so we'll just skip the intro this time around. Get right into the action here. Again, for restarting this out, we just have to win every race, thankfully. Don't have to be first for the entire race, thank goodness. Alright. Already starting off with no item. Alright. At the very least, we're getting stuff. Wow, that looks really cool, actually, what we just did there. Alright, so already we are definitely seeing things look a lot more different. The racers are definitely faster now. Yeah, like I said, 50cc was kind of like that warm-up round, you know, like the practice mode that you have in our games. Now that we're in 100cc mode, this is going to be a lot tougher. I actually want to stay here, because yeah, that dude's going to get hammered by that blue. Alright, let's keep going here. I think ideally if we jump off this other point, we could still be going pretty fast. Keep in mind, this is only 100cc, so the difficulty isn't as hard as it could be, but it's still kind of hard. It's definitely a big jump up for the radius difficulty. Also, I didn't even see Donkey Kong there. Wow, alright, so they are definitely starting to rubber band now. As you know, this is a Mario Kart game, so of course the AI doesn't like when they lose, so they will try their hardest to rubber band cheat. What that is basically, you're in first, then they'll try to just cheat boost and go really fast to catch up to you. So not only do you have to know how to race each track optimally so you can constantly stay ahead of them, but so later races you're going to have to get a bunch of points as well. It's going to make it really tough to catch up. Oh great, the worst items. I actually kind of wanted to get it from the landing. Means we don't have to, whoa, all of a sudden now we, oh, it's raining. Maybe that's why it was so hard to drift there, jeez. Okay, let's take the ship out of here. We can get to the end a little bit faster here. Okay, we made it. Well, that was definitely faster, but also a lot tougher. It's gonna only get harder from here, too. And again, we have to win every race if we want to get free stars on this. The only annoying part is we're gonna still have these sections where we drive straight for quite a bit. Again, thankfully we do not have to be first until the very end, but it's still helpful to be in first since we won't get knocked around as much. Alright, I'm gonna stay like here. Get him to help us boost ahead a bit. Okay, we got only one costume so far really cute, but it's the pit crew one. This one's pretty iconic. I believe we saw this in Mario Kart 8 as well a little bit. I just realized now that theme's from Mario Super. What am I talking about? I'm being really confusing now. I'm trying to go fast here, man. I do really wish there was a way to look back. It doesn't really tell you anything. The timing on that is so tight and delayed, I'll say that much. Alright. Need to get these coins. There we go. We have max now. Okay, holding up there so we do a front flip. Okay. Honestly, when I'm looking at this track now, I did kind of recognize it from Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, there we go. Now we finally got the name right. It's so long since I played that game, let me tell ya. Kind of tricky looking back at that today. Remember, that was one of my first playthroughs I ever did. Okay. Doing really good trick chains here. Again, you can get a bigger drift boost by going for more tracks. And we're about to slam it down. That's sadly the worst that can happen, is you getting slammed down from this. But we're also about to get a couple boost here, so as long as we stand down here, we should be still good. Yeah, we barely beat Pauline there. I think just wanted to probably wanted us to get it by boost cell, so we can almost lose. Thankfully we made it. This is just the first up, but it definitely feels a lot more tougher, I'll say that much. Now with the RNG and also the rubber banding, it's gonna be really tough to provide, especially later on. 150cc is really where this game is gonna be pretty tough. Especially considering we're playing with 24 racers now. There's never been a Mario Kart game like this that has had this many racers before at once. Back to pit crew again, it seems. Alright. If that item came out sooner, I would have known maybe what to do with it. Oof, that was close. Well, it definitely feels faster already, and it also feels harder. It's a big difference, I'll say that much. Looks like we want to go on the sand. Or on the railroad tracks for boost. The railroad tracks would probably actually be faster. It's probably not the best on yet. Yeah, okay, now we're finally not in first. This is gonna happen a lot, trust me. Did not even see that coming, please. See, that's how fast you lose your coins too. Like, if you had any before, it is a lot once you get to this part. I thought I had more. Whoops. Well, at least I'm not in. I can't get out of my way. I will say, when I first played Mario Kart, I had a lot of troubles with Donkey Kong my way. That looks really quick, by the way, seeing him do all that, the tricks. Oh, looks like I'm stuck on here. I wanted to kind of cut that here a bit more. Nothing's happening. Whoa. Close. Okay, there it is. Ooh. Well, they definitely are making these races feel a lot closer. Again, just Mario Kart in a nutshell. They will better band the AI to keep them really close to you. That's why having a high speed stat is kind of important in this game. I betcha me using an X part with the slower speed stat is probably not going to work great, but we'll see. Fortunately, we have to. I want to use each car at least once, unfortunately, so it's gonna be pretty tricky to do that properly. Alright, well, this is the final race. All that for only coins, really. Might be better to actually not be in first in that case. Comes, but it's also at the start of the race. The food show generally doesn't come until, like, I think it's usually generally 30 seconds that passed in a race it starts appearing. Pretty good. We were able to avoid all that shenanigans going on. Now let's try to hit our minutes. Okay, go. We got what it did. Took a bit though. Let's boost ahead. Now let's keep going now. Honestly, this is probably the later difficulties are gonna probably be the trickiest part of the game. Okay, I need to actually use coins too. That was close. I don't know why I'm so close to Donkey Kong. I need to be a bit more careful here. Okay, we got a lot more coins this time, thank goodness. Oh man. Jeez, that drifted way more than I wanted it to. Okay, this last track is good. Like, gonna be early default. Especially when we get knocked out like that. What am I supposed to do there? Like I said, the game just has lots of RNG that can happen sometimes. It's not that far ahead, but it's still quite a bit ways ahead of me. Good. Now we're finally back in the lane. Just realized if you don't land your tricks properly, you won't get as good effective as a boost, so you do need to be careful. This is the part that I remember is kind of tricky but cool if you can do it right. You basically just keep switching from platform to platform here, and then do a backflip at the end. That's so cool to get right, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're probably in it most here, so... We have a lot of points still, though, so that's cool. Yeah, except we just lost a few more now. Now we have these big barrels, oh boy. These big boy barrels. Good, we made it. Perfect. It was quite tight, actually. At the end. Those, it can get really random sometimes. The fact that we even have to be first for the Nissan Knockout Tour is really dumb. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be the hardest part of the game right there. Once we get back there. Now we got a random swoop here. Of course, in this game, there is no specific unlockable setups catered to different CC modes, so yeah, because we already have unlocked Darky Khan, we don't get him here, because we've already won with him on this top, so yeah, nothing happens that time. Anyways, well, we did pretty well so far. It was gonna only get harder from here. We are definitely unlocking these costumes though, which is helping out a lot. Alright, now we have to do Toilet next. Very cutie. Okay, so it does keep it on a row-to-row basis, huh? Alright, so that leaves us then with the Locomoto. As you can see though, his speed is not great, so I wonder if we're gonna even come close to winning with this vein. We'll see. Remember, I'm mostly trying to have fun with this game, but also, maybe doing it this way may not be the best way to have fun. I think, if I were doing this normally, probably just doing each of the cups once would be fine enough for me. But I added in this challenge because I doubt there's probably gonna be anybody else with the nerve to go for a challenge like this. Keep in mind, once we 100% 150cc, we could do as many tries on mirror mode as we want. It won't matter afterwards. If you're wondering why we have to do 50 and 100cc first, though, for this run, I specifically already mentioned why in the description. We must 3-star each mode in order, because if you 3-star a mode above, like, 50 or 100cc, I messed up. Yeah, I knew it. Very least we get good acceleration. Start. Alright. Let's try and get some coins now. I like how they at least start you off with some money initially. Alright. I am, by the way, triple Anna's doesn't always really help, I'll say that much. I'd much rather have a different item than that. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I just realized, I think that's just a part of lightning now. So, it only strikes once, but now in exchange it also makes your turn kind of weird. So I guess that's the other secondary effect. I only now just noticed it, by the way. That it's just basically tricky like that. Wait, how are we actually going faster as well? Maybe it's different, but maybe I'm just being weird. I guess to be fair, this is the first pack, and also we are not technically driving in a full straight line for quite a bit. Okay, now where the focus again. Why are there cameras there if I was supposed if Pokey is what we turned into. It would make more sense for there to be Pokey in this, I'm saying there. Surprisingly, that first race went really well. Wait, I don't even know if we picked 100cc or not, actually. Wait. We might need to check something out. This is a little suspicious. Can we view replay, maybe? I honestly don't know. I have no clue what I'm even doing. Did I not pick... Does it not default to 100? Wait. Let's actually try it again. I think I might have... did a mess up. I guess there is one mistake I could make. Maybe I didn't pick 100cc. Maybe that's why it seemed so easy. Oh wait, no I did. Well, whatever. I'm not cutting it out, just so you know. Alright, so we definitely selected 100cc. I just wanted to make sure. That race felt so easy for some reason. I don't know why I did that. I'm probably gonna lose now. Oh wow, we still started in about the same way, funnily enough. Okay. Okay, well, let's keep going then. Alright, interesting. We finally got the command core for the first time and didn't really do much. Sorry if I got confused, by the way. Like I said, I'm not used to being so far in the lead. I thought it was actually playing 50cc for a second. Yeah, okay, that's like sort of sense. Yeah, I definitely do know how to do skips in this, though, I'll say that much. You might have noticed they did boost a couple of times for certain shortcuts. Missions, they will often take shortcuts as well. Hey, well, at least this feels somewhat tighter now. I think it might just be that, yeah, in the end, this is still 150. This isn't 150 yet. We did get a lot of points in the race too, which did help out our top speed a lot more. Okay, yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to do this again. Oof. Just remembered I had that in time. So I guess we could have lost that, but we still made it. I was just confirming something. To be fair, that felt super easy. Alright, well, we're definitely on 100cc now. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just go through this and get it done. I'm sorry, it's just that first race felt a little too easy, and I was a little suspicious, because, like, 50cc is really easy, and I didn't want to figure out. Although, I guess I would have been going a lot slower if that was the case. If that was the case, I definitely would have been going slower. Good, we did not humble this time. Only bananas. Okay, we need to get a better item here. Oh, we got a random item instead. Whoa. Oh yeah, we were still in there. I think there was a red shell, but then it went to someone else there. Alright. Ooh, that was close. Did see Daisy holding that thing for quite a bit. Oh. Oh. How did we recover from that? Wait, we can recover from that in the middle of the air by doing a trick? That was weird. It was like we didn't take any damage from that. So weird. Okay. Not gonna lie, since this is originally a 3DS track, I'm a little bit confused as to how to do it fast. Okay, well, at the very least, try going up here. Trick or two. Oh, great. We at least... Whoa! Barely made it onto the track. If we had fallen there, we would have gotten very scared. Okay, that drift helped us secure the win, but that was tight. Could have come at a more annoying time, I'm not gonna lie. That was annoying. Nice, much closer than before. Almost lost to Daisy because of that blue shell at the end. That's what a lot of the RNG is gonna funnel down to. If we get blue shelled at the end, we just lose half of the time. But you don't really know when you're gonna lose until the very end. What in the world is that happen, by the way? We snuck it too that time. You know, we need to try and get coins here. That's probably the most important part about races 2 and here on out, because that's how we get the most stuff. Oh wow, we had a bunch of people there. If you hit them just right, that is another way we can get coins as well. The problem is actually can be kind of tricky. Alright. Goodbye, Wario. Nice knowing ya. Now we get to continue on here for a bit. Especially as it is to keep this, we do need more money, so we should probably keep going for that. Again, the more coins you collect, the faster you go. Just like Mario Kart 8, you want to get as many coins as you can early. Figuring out the most optimal coin running definitely helps out. Say that much. Now we got a coin again. We're getting close to the camp now. If we just grab that, we'll be fine. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Ugh, we're gonna be on here for quite a bit. Alright, get ready for it. Ooh. Oh, probably should have done more tricks there. That looked really cool. I'm glad we were able to nail that. Now we're on back to Wario Stadium again. Another classic. N64 Wario Stadium. Pretty cool track, honestly. I like how they redid a lot of these classic tracks, too. I know in some areas you can get as many as 4 tricks. Ow, almost right. Well, of course, holding down the button is also a really key tactic to use as well, because you can get a lot of good boosts doing that. cool. Too bad we have to hit by this now of all times. Daisy's really close too. I think he's getting... She got a couple of boost items. Too bad for her, we were already still pretty far ahead. So I guess it's getting a little tighter so far in 100cc, but it won't be until 150cc when it really, really gets annoying. Honestly, we could still fail on 100cc, and that's also why I want to cut out anything. Like, you may not necessarily see that I always get a free star and everything. Because, of course, I want to do other stuff. Of course, I also don't want to waste a lot of time on this so I think after 150cc is done, well, we make it to 150cc. That is when we make it to 150cc. I think the main thing we want to do is probably do more of a retry strat setup. So what I mean by this is it's actually going to be a big deal since, like, this is basically how we're going to segment our races. Basically, we're going to segment our races way, way, way more different than we've done at any point in the game. For those of you who don't know, right now we're doing 2 cups per segment right now. Okay, let's go here so we can get a bunch of money. Anytime we can get a bunch of money, that helps out a lot. Honestly, honestly, the golden gel doesn't really help them a lot. If anything, it kind of hurts them more. Gives me money, which makes me go faster. Okay, we need to go to the edge here to try and avoid this boomerang. Seems like they kind of stopped using it though. Oh, I was wondering when we'd finally get outfit on there. Yeah, and some characters only have two outfits. Their normal outfit and their one other costume. Just got Tourette's just now, just Pro Racer outfit. Honestly, like I said, the first time I saw the Pro Racer outfit with the helmet, I initially mistook it from the Mii outfit, because that's actually what Mii drivers used to use all the time in Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8. It's a big deal. I don't think this really does anything, honestly. Alright. Now let me boost, try and get some bit seed back there after that move. Not gonna lie, I will say. Nice skip. Whoa, that was close. So, I'm not gonna lie. So far, from what I've played of this game, this feels like one of the easier Mario Kart games I've played in a while. I know in Mario Kart Deluxe there are way more tracks, at least almost double. Like 48 places in the main game, but also there's all that DLC that just got added before too, which is another whole bunch of tracks. It's just a lot to take in, I'll just say that much. But compared to this other one, this game actually kind of looks a little bland in terms of how many tracks there are. The fact that there's only 32 main tracks and the rallies don't seem to really be a part of that set. I think if the rallies were included, this would be a game that didn't really have much content. I think that, so far, that's my only complaint, is I wish it had more content in it, but I guess it's for the game. Anyways, as you can see, this is still Mario Kart. Even though we had a slow acceleration stat, it didn't really seem to matter in this mode. We're able to win all the same. And we got free stars, too. Honestly, it's just cool showing you guys that almost any character can get a free star. You don't have to play with a specific character to get it. We will be abusing a specific character later on in 2 different modes to make it easier, though. Well, let's see if we unlocked everything first. We can just do that. We got the Stellar Sled. Okay. Honestly, probably the hardest thing is going to be remembering what exactly I played. That's going to be probably the toughest part. Well, since we got fished a little bit far ahead, we should probably go backwards a bit. I'm probably gonna forget a car or two, honestly. But we could also always show them off in the other modes if we get bored, but I think for now, it's definitely the way to do that. So there you go, guys. It turns out IRCC is only somewhat annoying. Anyways, what I was saying about the game being so hard is it doesn't seem like there's a lot of places you can fall down, and most of the tracks feel surprisingly easy. It's my only real complaint is a lot of the stuff. At some point, it kind of feels a little too easy, I think. In Mario Kart 8, there were a lot more tougher tracks that were a lot more annoying. It required a lot more patience, and there were a couple tracks in other games where you can just kind of fall off a whole bunch if you're not careful. But I'm not saying I'm not enjoying this game. It's definitely relaxing fun. I like the graphics on this. This definitely helps the game quite a bit. Anyway, I think I spoke too much, but anyways, you know what? You know what to expect by now. We have to get all of the free stars on all the difficulties, and it looks like it's going to be more challenging as we go on. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, see you guys later.